Football press box at Gustavus Adolphus College was brand new last year. They'll need another one before next season begins. The tennis courts are in even worse shape. Twisters uprooted and snapped thousands of trees on campus. Strong winds shattered 75% of the windows. At a real cemetery across the street, meanwhile, Mother Nature showed no respect for the dead.
Having that old town flavor and feeling, you wonder, is that going to be recaptured ever again, at least in our lifetime?
Everywhere you look, nothing is as it should be. How in the world all this catcher's gear got out here, only heaven knows.
The devastation is overwhelming, almost too much to comprehend, even after seeing it with your own eyes. Downtown businesses piled in a heap. Nothing where a garage used to be. Blue tarps replacing rooftops as far as the eye can see.
Nothing will ever be the same. The whole town will never be the same.
It's true. Nothing will ever be the same around here. Tornadoes have a powerful way of doing that to a community. In St. Peter, Mark Daly, KARE 11 News.
A conditionally volatile environment was modeled across southern Minnesota and adjacent northern Iowa. Here's what we're working with. Surface dew points soaring into the upper 50s and even low 60s, pooling along a baroclinic zone, strong vertical ascent, modest instability, and borderline wacko wind shear, all immediately downstream of a deepening surface low forecast to further develop along said baroclinic zone, would best characterize the expeditiously evolving setup. Moreover, the synoptic pattern remarkably resembled the historic tornado outbreak, which unfolded across a similar area 23 years prior.
It's the largest Minnesota March tornado outbreak that stretched across the southern portion of the state,
Guys,
staying just
check
south of the
these out. Coupled upper jet structure with southern stream's left exit region extending into the upper Midwest? Check. A pronounced mid-level lead shortwave trough ejecting across the mid-Missouri River Valley into the Siouxland and adjacent upper Mississippi River Valley by the end of the period? Check. A strong mass response in low-level wind fields with a broad corridor of 50 knots or greater, roughly 1,400 meters above the ground from Missouri into the western Great Lakes? Check. Vince McMahon reaction gif has entered the chat. Right? Anyways, not only that, the surface pattern was also similar, with perhaps a more poleward orientation with the quasi-stationary front, but regardless, an approximate 994 hectopascal surface low pressure is forecast to be centered over Fairmont, essentially the same place as the one on March 29, 1998 at 6 p.m. That has to mean something, right? Additionally, low-level instability is maximized in the vicinity of the surface low and frontal zone. Even the forecast thermodynamic profile looks reasonably relatable to the reanalyzed proximity sounding from St. Peter, which was devastated by an F3. One question loomed on everyone's mind, everyone who is a sane and realistic forecaster. Can the low-level moisture recover in time? Let's take a closer look-see. So by mid-morning, surface dew points should be highest across western and northern Iowa. How are we looking on advection recovery at 9 a.m.? Oh my god. Is that a 59 I see at Denison? You bet. Instrument error? Probably not. Is it odd every nearby site is reporting dews at least 4 degrees lower with larger and consistent areal extent? Indeed. Could this anomalous measurement be impacting initial model conditions with future runs, perhaps exhibiting unrealistic values by peak heating? Pfft, nah, I only hear what I want to hear, and not weigh the alternatives. Why would I want to do that? RAP forecast soundings continue to hint at a potential replica of March 29, 1998. Shallow layer of anomalous low-level moisture, steep mid-level lapse rates, extreme low-level instability, and a sickle-shaped hodograph with largely streamwise vorticity ingestion through a deep layer. Not to mention 0 to 1 kilometer shear magnitudes will be exceeding 30 knots. In contrast, while the mid-level lapse rates and shear are still comparable, the nested NAM indicates static stability lingers in the boundary layer, with underwhelming moisture advection, little influence from diurnal heating, and resulting abysmal 0 to 3 kilometer instability. What if a mix of the two occur? What if we mix slightly deeper than what the NAM suggests, more in line with the rapid refresh? While maintaining low 50s dew points. That should still provide us with some surface-based buoyancy and favorable cloud base heights. And we're still downstream of the surface low along the stationary front. But where exactly should we target?
About to be in southern Minnesota here, probably have to fly into Minneapolis, rent a car, blow apart the rental car, return the rental car, then fly down to Oklahoma City, rent another car, blow that vehicle apart on Friday and Saturday, probably return the rental, maybe reposition down into Jackson, Mississippi for the Dixie Alley event, rent another car, blow that apart. The next thing you know, you're upside down for the season.
And after multiple hours of pondering possible outcomes, Seth, Drew, Tyler, and I were content with the Waterville area.
Hey, so Hunter. After discussing these feasible modes of failure and success, has the thought ever crossed your mind that maybe...
Well, we must be in a pretty good spot, huh? It's gotta be a good sign, right? You guys notice what it says in the back of that SUV in front of us? I think we're in a good spot. I think we're in a good spot, boys.
This is the most beautiful storm I've ever seen in my life. Oh man, that is a strong tornado. Oh my god.
The wonder of nature, baby.
Beautiful shot of that storm there from Hunter Anderson.
Yeah, we got rotation on the ground below the funnel. Tornado!
We have a live picture of the big supercell.
Good.
This is it.
This is incredible. Let's stop. You don't want to get in.
Cakes on the griddle later. Just fat stacks of pancakes. That's what we're good with.
Fat stacks of pancakes today?
Fat stacks of pancakes.
What's happening, gentlemen?
On the ground. You're on the ground.
I don't see ultras on the ground.
This is promising. This is better than what I expected to see today. Look at these mid-level clouds too, streaming in. More due southerly, and then they actually have some more crisp cumulus just upstream of us along this boundary too. So just to our north, I mean, we were socked in fog for the last 2.5 hours. Here to our south, we kind of see a little bit more, non-moisture starved Q field developing slowly but surely. A little bit more vigorous activity, and that is literally just downstream of the surface low in northwest Iowa right now, right near Spencer, Emmitsburg.
Let me catch you guys up to speed quickly. It was foggy in Waterville during our 95-minute stay.
Boring.
I want to document some warm season cumulus, please. So we make the quick trek down to the north side of Waseca. Perfect vantage point to our west. We watch 3 clusters of towering cumulus mature into grungy, innocuous, inadequate attempts one would consider supercells, while closely monitoring low-level moisture advection on surface charts. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Do my eyes deceive me? Low 60 dew points at Algona, Storm Lake, and Carroll? We're even above 57 Fahrenheit from Denison to Charles City. Can I get hyped yet? Let's skip ahead to 21 Zulu. Yeah, that's what I thought. Only one station reporting dew point temperatures above 55 Fahrenheit. Can't find it? I contoured it for you. I'll just circle it. It's all the way down in Iowa Falls. more like Liowa Falls, am I right? Whatever. We're in a tornado watch box at least. Wait. You mean we were in Waterville for 1.5 hours in the fog, and we weren't in the red box? Heck, most of our target area is either not included in the watch or includes fringe counties. Not ideal. Surely this won't be the only area that receives future warnings, right? If they even occur? I digress. Back to our vivacious views from Waseca. You'll hear us discuss the morphology of a few cells which spawn in our target area along the stationary front, with highest expectations on the tail end updraft nearing Janesville. If you can't understand our banter through the 20-mile-per-hour surface winds, don't blame me. Blame the pursing pressure gradient. The first cell becomes tornado-warned 45 minutes later near Lakeville, in a stable 43/43 surface environment. SMH my head, Shanhassan. We also noticed the bases becoming less impressive as they moved away from us. So, we stuck to our current target at the
Walmart in Waseca, Minnesota. We're looking southwest. We've been here for the last seemingly hour and a half. Looking at cells continued to train along this frontal zone, just downstream on the surface low. At very brief moments, I've noticed maybe some weak motion at cloud base. Nothing wall cloud-esque. Nothing tornadic.
Hunter, you know that one that just passed us? Yeah, looking right into Waterville. But it's still foggy. No. We generally have a pretty good view here, but I might actually kind of want to get west a little bit of these trees. That's continuing to intensify. So, and it's developed a bit of a rotation. East of Janesville, let it slide to our west, and then we can see on the south side.
Especially if it deviates right. I kind of want to get west. Yeah.
Kick back.
I just want to go west like 5 miles.
Tornado warning for Lakeville, Apple Valley, and Farmington.
Right now?
Yep.
What?
No, it's no way.
How else?
That was that same cell.
So it's got to be this one right here. No way, dude. It's elevated. That's north of the front, right?
Yeah, let's get west.
Yeah. Okay, let's get west.
You want to hold this for me?
Yeah, I can mess around when it comes to protecting your home. It's time for your new
for a little bit at least, then we can follow a couple more options.
Right, yeah, I just want to get west a little, just enough to see at least the base from this point. Monitor its evolution. Tyler, want to hit the wipers once?
Yep.
Thank you. I'm actually really curious to see how this looks.
That's very scuddy.
Oh yeah.
That's probably a wall cloud. There's probably one in there.
I like that.
The couplet actually is starting to pick up a little bit. It's actually not looking too bad.
That is promising.
That's the most promising cell definitely we've seen today.
What? You don't want to be up in Lakeville right now?
Yeah, in the fog. We can get close to that too. So I want to. I don't really want to go further north because we're seeing kind of the trend with what's happening to these cells. They're north of that boundary at that point.
Reflectivity looks bad.
Well, reflectivity looks bad because that radar from NPX has to look through like 10 storms, right? So we're probably getting really bad attenuation. Okay.
Tornado warning in this area until 5 p.m. What?
Yeah, my phone just went crazy.
It was a long tornado warning.
Is that for?
Yeah, what? That would be for the cell, I would assume, right?
It's one of these two. I would hope it's for this one.
Yeah, I hope so too. There we go. Look at southwest. We're approaching Janesville, Minnesota. I like how low that cloud base is actually in there. Yeah, that's the area of interest there, is that cloud base. That real low area of the cloud base.
Oh, yeah, there she is.
Yeah, 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. Yes, sir. If you guys can take a screenshot on radar scope, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I got it.
The National Weather Service in the Twin Cities has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Lee Seward County, southwestern Rice County, northwestern Waseca County until 5 p.m.
I don't mind this spot right here. It's up on the hill.
A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Janesville, or 14 miles southeast of Mankato, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. This is a radar-indicated threat.
Just looking at this visually, it doesn't look that impressive, honestly. There's mid-level rotation being indicated.
Rotation's looking to go right over here. Field access right here. That cool?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I'm seeing pretty good right to left. Yeah, I mean there's right to left, but.
Do you not want the tripod? I can just.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna use that. Watch. Okay, so inflow tails back this way. Yeah. So that's feeding right to left. Right to left, and we got left to right there. Yeah.
Time is 4:27 p.m. Central Time. We're just northeast of Janesville, Minnesota. We're looking southwest at an angry storm, you will.
We got a TVS. Oh, that's a lot more rapid.
Yeah, she's trying to wrap there for sure. This is still, man, this is cold air, dude. Very laminar feature. Oh, guys, look at that steam now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, we have northerlies now. We have northerlies just, oh, that's so cool. Oh, using that as a tracer. That is so freaking awesome. A lot of thunder, too. Really frequent. I'm going to get back.
Inflow band to the right here is actually looking a lot more impressive now. I think watch that.
To the left?
Yeah, watch that in that sinking motion. Watch that sinking motion.
Really strong inflow now, just kicked up. Time is 4:30 p.m. looking southwest. Really strong northerlies right in there, yep. That would have to be the vortex right there, I believe. It's stretched diagonally. But I think that would be it right there. Becoming displaced to the south. Maybe a new one's going to be wrapping up right here. That's the whole circulation of the one right there. I think we go back east and then go north.
Yeah. Either way,
yep.
we gotta go now.
There's some strong wind in there for sure. Oh, there's a cop. I want to get a shot of the cop.
That tornadic thunderstorms can have. And again, this is nothing to mess around with. Just because it's March and it doesn't feel warm, that doesn't mean that we can't see weather like this. Again, this is in effect until 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Well, just wanted to give you an update on where this potential rotating storm is located. It is in between Janesville and Waterville right now. So, of course, in some of the rural areas until 5 o'clock.
We're pursuing a cell that's going into Waterville.
West of Faribault.
You know, after sitting in Waterville for 2.5 hours.
That's the kind of day it's
interesting, huh?
Quickly developing.
Go figure how that works, huh?
Forecasting is good.
And everyone laughed at that rotation
right there off my 9 o'clock.
And,
That's kind of that similar structure we saw with that prior cell before this thing went toward south of Janesville. I think we would see something quite compelling from here. I mean, you can see that that horseshoe base. We're looking particularly in that 11 o'clock direction. This is a cool shot here. Now, if this actually had a chance at becoming tornadic, I would be a lot more hesitant taking this route. Yeah, but if something were to possibly be tornadic here, I mean, it's going to be weak, it's going to be brief, so we can ride it out. I mean, seriously, we could. It's frowned upon. Don't do that. But
This isn't TIV, but it'll do.
This ain't the TIV. We got a stop car up there, just so you know. I'm trying to really identify like the structure of this storm. It's not that impressive. It's really disorganized. That's really good. I'm almost thinking that right in front of us here used to be the wrap, like that's the occlusion right there. Yeah. Almost. And I think that's the clear slot back here to the right, and it's just wrapped all the way around. Yeah, we're back. But it still looks elevated. Yeah, this is adjusting stable air. This is antifrontal.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
So this handed off to our east. We're looking east right now. Time is 5:15. This is gonna keep moving north and east, so we're fine right here. Okay. Well, also be aware, ambient motion will drop it a little bit further to the north, at least toward the end of its cycle. So initially we're fine here, but pay attention in case this doesn't plant. It's trying to. It's having a tough time. But yeah, Drew, I saw that. Yeah, that was legit, dude, for 10, 15 seconds. That rising motion on the left side. There's rising motion. There's a couple little tendrils that try to develop. It's most centralized back here, so where our new updraft is. Run by. Take it easy. Take it easy. We're okay. Nothing looks imminent yet. It's right behind the target. The area of interest is right behind the target sign. It's right. Yep. You see broad right to left. Broad right to left. Not a whole lot of left to right. So.
That's like the second time I've heard door siren. God, just feels it. I guess it's obviously the next right. These recent force plays just not.
Structure though, but this looks like the little engine, little elevated engine that could.
All right. Well, that was a bus today, so obviously we're going to Applebee's for dinner.
Applebee's it is. Always is.
We're going to Applebee's.
Take it right up here.
How about this? March 10th, and we're dealing with tornadoes. Well, you called me on that earlier. That was a possibility, and I was thinking it would not be, and you were correct. So, well, what can I say? I like being right. Yeah, you do. Actually, more things you're correct about. On the way in here driving, you mentioned about not going looking for anything.
I don't know.
It's foggy. You can't see much.
He's got a computer in his car. He knows what he's doing,
right? Definitely be aware of that. Do not try to drive and go look for anything. Right now, it sounds like a lot of rotation, but it could change at any moment, so you got to be aware of that. Right. And
taking it like
make
a
sure you
champ.
guys
all right, so you'll go
you are in the
east here
path right now.
on it is 3/4 more of a mile, and you'll take a left.
Incredible how fast this seems to have happened, as it usually does, but it's so
I'm gonna let him pass me.
Yeah, dude.
Quick chaser police break-in. Now, how much authority do I realistically have? I bet it's pretty close to the amount of tornadoes that red van guy observed today. This particular chaser, whose name I won't verbally say, proceeded to ride our bumper going uphill on a wet, non-paved road. He then aggressively passes us as we almost get pulled into the shoulder to avoid collision, and continues driving 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. We never got a license plate number.
until we passed him 5 minutes later, since our stellar navigation led us to Highway 13 before him.
Any of you guys catch that guy's license plate?
I think it's 798 NHV.
798 NHV?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Be safe out there, guys. You're representing the entire chasing community. That was your public service announcement from Chaser Police Officer Hunter or something.
That there's severe weather likely this afternoon.
You'll never see me do that kind of maneuver ever. That guy's gonna beat us to 13 by what? 30 seconds?
Yeah.
30 seconds at most.
Yeah, because God knows he's probably doing 75.
Oh, he's going at least 10 over. Joke's on you, dude. Can't wait to see your amazing footage later today.
Overall, I think our storm chasing experience and execution was about as good as it could have been, given how both overperforming and underachieving the March 10th setup and verification was. It overperformed in regards to, I think, the longevity of supercells, whether they were elevated or not. I guess which shouldn't be surprising, considering they're right on the baroclinic zone and very strong shear along that baroclinic zone. Underachieving aspect of all this is, of course, the very shallow moisture, the poor moisture advection that did result. After initial conditions across Iowa that morning showed very promising signs of actual dew points near the surface getting into the upper 50s, perhaps low 60s. Unfortunately, that never transpired into southern Minnesota, and I think that's due in part to the strong mixing conditions that did result, and that models do a poor job of resolving. Our air temperatures, our dry bulbs increased, and our dew points decreased and didn't continue to advect, which is what at least the RAP and HER were so consistently showing. Which pains me, but at the same time, if that did verify, I have no doubt there would have been, if not one, maybe two cyclic, legit tornado-producing supercells, and there would be no doubt at least one EF2 plus somewhere in there. And after seeing the track that these storms took, kind of ran along the State Highway 60 corridor and State Highway 3 corridor, Faribault and Northfield, I don't think it would not have been a good time. I am very thankful for that matter, that nothing significant ended up developing. And this was a backyard chase. We went an hour southeast, hung out in Waterville for 2.5 hours. I got a nice 30-minute power nap in there since I haven't slept the prior 22 hours, all things considered. My adrenaline was pumping still, since it's the first chase of the year. It's honestly my favorite day of the year. It's like being a kid Christmas Eve, except for me, it's the evening before the first storm chase of the year. But overall, I'm very thankful I was able to get out and see some cool stuff with some cool people. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you at the next storm. Look at that. It's about time for me to go to work again. Where's the time gone? Another 36-hour weekend ahead of me, baby. Let's go.